Hey, everybody.
Sorry. Both me and the dog are autistic. Anyways, hi. Welcome back to the podcast. Shifting the Lens, brought to you by Ethan and Jill. I'm Jill, Coach Jill.April.
Can't you tell? Who flicks their hair like that?
It's not about who flicks their hair. It's the only way to signify that I shifted to a feminine. I only have one, and I can feel it somewhere over here, and it needs to get off my head. That's Ethan. She's a dick.
Anywho, whoever you are today, I hope you're doing well.
Yep. That's gonna fall. Stop it. There we go. I feel better. How's your day going?
Okay.
I've been on an emotional roller coaster.
Are we good, Tism, or anything else you need to get out of the way before we start?
We started. This is normal, unfortunately.
Stop looking at it. It's fine.
You.
It's literally fine.
Okay.
What's your heart for the week?
Actually, I meant to talk to you about this beforehand. My heart's the heart that I want to came up in therapy today. But my heart is what?
I was just making sure it was picking us up.
But my heart is something that you don't actually know because I didn't tell you because I hid it from you. And I don't know if I want to do this, not because I want a real reaction, but just because it is the heart. It's what's currently bugging me. Yeah, so my heart is the fact that I kept something from you. It has to deal with me. It doesn't actually affect you. It'll affect you, whichever one. Pick your fucking vowel. But it's not like anything you did or anything like that. It's just everything's heavy at the moment, and everything is always heavy. So when it's like that, I choose what I tell people and who I tell things to and share stuff with because it's hard enough to, no matter what you do in particular, little one, I always, and you know this, have to sift through everything else. And risking not being seen or understood by my people is something that I hide stuff from the people I love the most all the time because of it. And it's not a regular I'm not telling you. It's you want to share everything with the people that you love. I mean, I love you. That's why we are communal. That's what makes us communal creatures. But when everybody leaves, when it actually gets hard for you, not for them, when it's hard here and people have to watch it be hard, all they're doing is seeing it be hard. People still choose to leave. I will never not have to navigate certain things about this life the way that I have to navigate them. It's not I have to. I have to. I don't get to do these things. I have to stay here. Things that are up front to normal, neurotypical, untraumatized people. Horrific. And it just doesn't compute. But for me, it's survival. Things like self-harm. I started self-harming at 15, 14 maybe a little bit earlier. And the moment the blade touched my skin, I knew that I was going to be self-harming forever. It's not that I would make a decision, it's that in that moment everything changed. In the moment, I still remember where I was laying when I was doing this. Everything was a little less gross. And everything was a little less ugly. everything hurt a little less. And for months, years, it felt like, as I navigated self-harm, like it wasn't meant for anybody else. It was always meant for me. Every time that blade touched my skin, every cut, everything got made a little bit more sense. Everything got a little less loud, a little less scary. And some of you that hear this, I don't know how many people hear these. Like, we get stats, but we really don't know how long you listen, what you're listening to. Somebody gets that. And for the first time in a long time, since like I self-harm and I harm reduce to the best of my ability. I have a boxing and punching bag. I use the violence that I've experienced and that I crave, the pain that I crave from violence, on myself all the time. I go out and I'll punch a bag until I can't lift my arms. I've broken my bones in my hands, make my knuckles bleed, my elbows bleed, like just to get it out. But that's different. That's harm reduction because like cutting's a bit much. It's a little bit more to the extreme. The other times it's just I need to dump energy. The ADHD, the autism, the trauma, the rage from all three of those things combined needs to go somewhere. And it's just easy to dump it with violence. But like sometimes when I haven't been okay for a very long time, it's not enough to just punch a bag. The math that goes on in my being is that someone else is causing this current state of fuckery. But like the injustice in me, the level of autistic injustice, and I learned like recently doing a little bit more reading, that level of injustice comes from trauma, but also is made extra fucked up by the neurospicy in me. And I think it's super fucking unfair and unjust that these people get to be deceitful, lying fucks and get away with it. And it's wearing on me because that's the story of my life. There's people that celebrate my family currently, and it doesn't register for me. That's not fair. These people just get to go and have clean, fucking happy lives with all the damage they've done. Like, it just repeats itself. And so when stuff like this happens, the little Ethan, the child in me, can't differentiate the two. And when that little fucker, I love you, man, feels that wound, like, now the protector in me has to make it fair. So now I'm a legitimate danger to people outside of this house. Because then it takes nothing. And there's people out there hearing this that know that feeling when you're hoping someone. And I lived a life a long time ago where I would go looking for fights. A bouncer for a long time, security at private parties, fights came willfully, and it was the best time of my life. That's why I was good at it. Because somebody had to deal with it. Somebody was going to feel worse than me. But that's not fair. And nobody out there deserves that. They didn't do this to me. And the only piece that I can register and land with is then it's got to be me. Like, I can take it. And it's got to be me then. So it's not someone else. And so in that moment, it becomes releasing pressure. It only took 4 cuts to stop, for everything to settle, and the shaking and the uneasy to stop, for the pressure to release, and for everything to be okay. The first sight of blood coming out of my arm. And I got to take a deep breath for the first time in I don't know how long. A real effortless breath. Shame kicks in not long after because I know that I can't tell Jill. I should tell Jill. But like, she's in the thick of it with me already. But that's not me protecting Jill. That's me protecting me from the fact that she could leave. She could just choose. And like, everybody's allowed to. I'm very well aware of that. I am polyamorous at my core. Everybody can do the thing. It doesn't mean that I don't have to go through the fear of like people leaving. of really leaving. I will tangent that by saying it also makes being poly weirdly hard. Weirdly effortless because I don't have to care, but there's always a piece of me that does. Everybody wants to be liked. Everybody wants to be loved. But there's pieces of me that crave it, that deserve it, that haven't got it. So it'll always matter. But that's a tangent for another time. Anyways, my heart isn't the self-harm. I'm actually quite okay with that. Something that I have always been okay with is self-harm. It's harming me. It's not even harming me. Out to the outside, by definition, yep, slicing skin is harm. But in the moment, it's medication. It's meditation. And this is for the record and for every bit of don't fuck around. This is my story. This is years of therapy. This is years of spending time doing heavy, hard, ugly work to make it to a point where I freely and safely can talk about self-harm and harm reduction in the same breath as I live it. There will never be a time that self-harm isn't on the table for me. Ever. This was not about death. This wasn't about dying or leaving. It was about relieving the pressure. It was 110% to keep me here. Self-harm is no joke. This is a long, hard. If you're in the place and considering it, please seek help, seek a safe space, seek a safe person. I didn't come to my self-harm understanding on my own. I spent years and weekly multiple sessions when it was the ugliest times of my life with my therapist, navigating options and options and options. And no, he didn't suggest self-harm. He suggested harm reduction. And this is where I landed. And this is where we walk the line together. I hope people get to hear however or whenever I choose to talk about this, because I have to. For me, pain is a stim. More often than not. But most neurospicy people have a pain stim. Everybody who picks their nails is self-harming. Everybody who chews the nail beds is self-harming. It's no... How many times have you seen kids do that when they get frustrated or stressed, especially mad at themselves? It's a weird, whether we learn it somewhere, it's a weird natural instinct. Pain is human. To be human is to be in pain. That's not like a cold quote. It's a real statement. Some of our best learning is done in pain. Some of our best healing is... How many of your favorite humans on this planet, your heroes, have a nice life? How many of those people do you like or know of because you heard of them through nice things? You may have heard of them through the things they do currently, but what brought them there? Some massive fucked up thing. Almost unequivocally. There's no world without pain. When you experience trauma that is pain, whether it's psychological, physical, or otherwise, it's a lasting, deeply entrenched pain. Sometimes the exchange for peace and the exchange for healing is pain for pain. Why are there fight clubs? Sanctioned fight clubs. Outside of the UFC, real sanctioned fight clubs. Not because we're violent creatures like we are, but for lots of us, it's cathartic. It's a place that we get to go to. What?
Almost knocked over.
It's a place we get to go to heal, to feel, to let it go. Yeah, not normalizing self-harm, but to condone it, but to normalize the fact that we all have something that we do to feel safe.
It's also like the gym. You can pull it from anywhere.
Yeah, like
People who like to train till failure, people who like to feel the burn. Like it's all
I'd like to feel the bird.
it's all versions of it, some healthier, some more productive than others.
And like all of the healthy things can be toxic, and toxic things can turn healthy. Productive. I like your word choice there. Productive. Because like healthy is in the eye of the beholder. The concept of there's cuts in my arm doesn't seem healthy to most people, but it's not for most people.
I think my heart is, Ethan and I have this conversation often, is letting people see me when I'm not okay. And I clocked it over the weekend. Ethan and I were in the mountains. And my family was there. Like, I clocked it because I was having a moment in me and Ethan's cabin, and one of my parents came to the door. And, like, my ability to just, like, flip a switch and be fine to present to people is a little bit... I do it all the time on client calls. Ethan will watch me be in tears, be upset, and I'm like, oh, I have a client call, gone. And I hop on a client call and they wouldn't know the difference. And like, part of that is me being a business owner. It's not my client's problem. I have really great clients. They know I'm a human. They know things happen. But like at the same time, it's not what their 30-minute call is for. But I'm like that with friends too. Like the second, I barely let Ethan see it most of the time.
Yeah, I gotta dig. Sometimes pry. You know those like ice picks? There's a lot of chipping. But like, we get there. With love and patience. No, I lied. Grace. I have no patience.
But it's even on the podcast, like the second I know I'm going to cry, I'm like, I'm done. And I will like wait till it stops. Yeah, something I'm working on. But like, it also sucks feeling like you have to hide it from people. You can go first.
Nola, you want to go?
Stinky, come here. Make an appearance.
Sort of appearance. You're kind of a ghost.
What's this? Oh yeah, some good up close mouth noises. You're all welcome.
And sniff. Here's a sniff.
Oh, I thought you
I
were
really
squeak. That was
did too.
pretty good.
Alright, you smell funny.
Hope you all loved or hated those mouth noises.
Oh, she's stressful. My joy was... She's like, is there a cat? We hunt cats together. That's how we bonded when we first moved into this bitch, and it's been fun.
All our windows are like, what, a foot and a half off the ground?
Maybe
so
2 feet, yeah.
she can like look out all of the windows. And oh, she's growling at something. My office, you can see all the way down the fence line, so she just stands there and surveys her backyard.
She can see in our neighbor's window.
I'll take it behind the scenes,
so
and
funny.
Ethan can put it in, overlay it on the podcast.
Joy. Joy for me was the mountains. And it was the mountains for lots of reasons. I love the mountains. For those of you that know me, it's this place I feel safest, most grounded, freest, all of the, like literally all of the things that a soul can want. I'm going to figure out how to live in the mountains right away here, I think. Anybody have any ins? Jasper preferably, Jasper area, Jasper-esque. But hey, we'll figure it out. Anyways, being in the mountains with my kid is always a good time, but just as she gets older, like we haven't been in probably, I don't know, 8 months, a year.
Yeah, probably close to a year.
Yeah. So like it's hard to get away. She's still navigating separation anxiety and everything else, but this weekend was really cool because she visibly had a great time. Not just with me, like with Jill. Jill was skiing with her family for a bunch of it, and then there's time that we were together. So Amara got healthy amounts of just daddy, and got healthy amounts of community. But just to stop and get to kind of see me in my element, like Amara and I are the same person. If you saw the rock throwing video on my TikTok, you will know it. Because like we just play. We want to play and be out, and then we want to do nothing. right away.
Their ability to do nothing stresses me out as a human who rarely does nothing, but it's probably good for me.
Yeah, sometimes we really can just be content to fuck out of our own brain sometimes. But like throwing rocks and going for walks, and like Amara doesn't want to walk when we're here. And I don't know if it's because she's like, I'd rather just sit and do nothing. But the moment that we're out, it's like she never wants to stop walking. She just wants to be out doing stuff with dad. And it's my favorite time. Yeah. On the way home, she said some stuff to me about spending more time with me and missing Jill. And that was cool to have my kid finally, not finally, but like really settle into someone being around and enjoying them being around. Uh, so that was fun. Like she was big sad. We were both big sad leaving Saturday in a very like intense way. Like Amara's sad when we leave places like that all the time, but it was like holy fuck tears. Uh, and just yeah, she just said that she's super sad that she was going and that she didn't get to see Miss Jill, and it's interesting for her to finally land on somebody like that. But she's landing on lots of people, safer and safer as they spend more time. So she's growing up and adapting and doing all the cool things. So it was yeah, just a lot of joy. It's fun to be a kid with my kid. Uh, she wanted to hike a mountain. We hiked a hill, and she hated it. Like it's, I just she's me to a T, and I love being her dad. And I'm a girl dad through and through. But it just yeah, the joy of I'm only her dad. I will say it that way. I couldn't be a dad to anybody else. I was get blessed with the perfect kid for me, because she's for me. She's 100% me, but she's got my attitude. She's funny. We wear emotions the same way. She doesn't have my like fight yet. She has my attitude. There's a difference, but she doesn't have my fight yet. It's going to happen. As she might have the fight with Joe, but like she's still afraid of me.
I got a few years still.
But like it's coming, and it's just yeah, it's always joy with my kid, but just really to get to see the effect of the time and space with her, and her to enjoy it that much, and verbally say it to me is a big deal, and want to do it again. We'll see what we can do, get away on PD days or something here, and spend some more time just adventuring and doing things that I didn't get to do.
Yeah, I still got to fight for a couple more years. I have the one up on her because I'm for sure tougher than her, but like she'll be as big as me in no time, so it's fine.
Yeah.
She currently says she's almost as tall as me, and that's not true, but it's fine. I think she hopes I'll let it slide every time she says it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't play that game. You're not almost as tall as me. Yeah, the mountains was good. It was nice to get away. It felt like a good like combo of getting to hang with Ethan and Amara and getting to be around my family in a way that felt good to do so. What?
None.
Oh. Yeah. I think other than the mountains, I don't have a ton. I mean, we were also gone for like 5 days. I was gone for 5 days. It felt like I was gone forever. I got to ski with my dad, which is always fun. There was like over a foot of fresh snow. My dad's too tough to admit things / too stubborn. So we only ski one day, and every time he's like, we can ski 2 if you want. And then I go, no, I'm good. And then the next day he goes, I'm glad you said that because I didn't really want to ski a second day. I'm like, then stop offering. Next year I'm going to say yeah, just to test him. Be like, you're going to keep offering?
We'll train for the annual ski trip and just freak him out.
Be like, you're going to keep offering? We're skiing 2 days then.
Just like whole ass, I'll take 3 months and train just to ski, just to do that 2-day shit with him. Like, Ethan Eamon's coming. He doesn't have a knee. He'll be fine.
Yeah, and it's just like watching my dad be in the mountains too. It's fun. Like we'd show up to the ski hill and he doesn't have a cell phone, and I'm like, great. So don't lose my father on this ski hill. Like the man never has his phone. I almost lost him on the mountain briefly, and I was like, I'm gonna have to explain to my mother that her husband's still on the ski hill because I couldn't find him anywhere. But it was good. It was like a chill day. It was nice to be back in Jasper. It was like wild how quiet it was. Wild how many times we were thanked by the locals for being there. Most of the town is
I don't know if they had a
still
town
there.
meeting and we're just like, hey, if you're just like super nice to them, maybe they'll bring more people. or if just collectively it's been that tough on them.
Like,
I think it's option B and the latter of like it's just really been hard to like you. Sorry, you can talk. I'll talk my bit after. Like that was wild. You're right. The thanking was wild.
Yeah. So this is my PSA to like go to Jasper. Lots of hotels. They got a new restaurant called Moline Range, and it was actually yum. Ethan and I didn't get to go, but now I tested it on my parents' bank account, and now I can be confident that it's worth.
We did
going.
Eat great the whole time
and
we were there.
Moline Range has a happy hour. This is my PSA about them, from 3 to 5, which I feel like it's hard to find a happy hour that isn't 9 p.m. to close anywhere, let alone in a small town. So, yeah, I just think like if you're thinking about heading to the mountains, Jasper could use your support. They have the space for it. It won't be busy. Go hang.
Yeah, we hope it does get busy. Yeah, it was quite wild. The first time that we've been back since the fires 9 months ago now. And you know, driving out in the mountains, and the weight of it all. Respectfully, we didn't shoot any of the town that was gone, because like no matter if you've seen the pictures and the videos that have been taken, like it doesn't really do it justice. The fire to like the damage to nature alone is wild. And I've driven through BC and Alberta most of my life and seen the devastation of fires from my car windows and getting out on a couple of hikes and seeing the devastation from past fires. But to see how much devastation is there and how far it reaches, and to remember what it was like watching social media and the news as it happened, saying it's coming over the mountains, and like to reverse engineer it in your head, like you could see this coming before it came over the mountains. You know you could. And then you can see like how fast it happened, and you can see the former tags of the fire line that did nothing. Like it shouldn't have jumped the highway, and it did. And you don't really notice that it did until you're like, oh, these are burnt like ground, burnt trees, burnt bottoms, burnt up, burnt fuck. Because what did we walk the other day?
We went up to the Jasper Park Lodge, and there was a fire line, and I was like, that got like very close for comfort. Like the JPL must have been shitting their pants. Similar to, I imagine, how the town was, but like
closest kilometers with a fire, but this shit
just like the ground it covered, like the distance it covered, the locations it covered, like there's fire on both sides of the town. Like there's a
burnt out building in the middle of town.
I actually like don't understand how Jasper
fascinating, and I don't say that like
left.
Trauma porn, but like when you see in the town how much devastation where the fire took everything,
but then there's also so much left just still
in the middle of the hubble and bubble. Just gone. This building just gone. Like you're like, what? Fires? Crazy. The only thing left of a church, and like I don't want to talk bad about a church, but because I listen. But the gravity didn't really land. Like the weight didn't really touch down for me until I saw what was left of the church. Because like you say, what's left of a building? Nothing but the stone skeleton. The framework and the foundation was left. Like there wasn't a hint of wood on that building left. In the middle of a field that also had nothing left. There wasn't a house for 2 blocks. Like the loss really is going to be felt for such a fucking astronomical time for so many people as individuals, but as a community as a whole. And just to echo Jill, like go to Jasper. Like I mean it. If you are out there and have a place for me to stay, I'll come work for the summer. I'll figure it out. Cause like it just, they need people. They need their tourism back. They need people to work. They need to rebuild their everything, really.
If you're looking for a job, Jasper.
I think if you go on tourism Jasper jobs right now, pages and pages and pages of jobs starting in the next month. Come work with me in the mountains. Oh, say I referred you. Just walks into a huge signing bonus because I referred 50 people through a podcast. But yeah, that the joys mixed with some sadness, but also to hear some stories, to meet some great people, to have great food, and to see a community trying to rebuild and restart and doing it effectively was also great.
Yeah, we're going to leave this episode as a little like update. It feels like a weird pivot to be like, and on, because we had a very like
different
a fairly lighthearted topic to chat about today, so we'll save that for another episode.
But to continue the updates, I think we should update you on what Jill and I are doing and what we have coming down the pipe for you as trainers, as coaches, as people that put out stuff for you to utilize in the world. Summer's coming upon us, and I have shit to do. So I think y'all should come do it with me.
This is not my thing. This is Ethan's thing, but we've been working together for a while to kind of brainstorm how to offer what Ethan did to you. And he came up. If you didn't know,
that's such a fun sentence.
And this is my pet peeve with Ethan.
I am her Ethan.
He is. This is my pet peeve with him, is if you didn't know he's lost 100 pounds. You probably didn't fucking know that because he doesn't talk about it. Which, like, you can hear the annoyance in my voice because there's not everybody that just gets to walk down the street and say they've lost 100 pounds and kept it off. So I've been trying to encourage him to talk about it more because that's a cool thing, which means he has the tools to help other people lose weight also, even if it's not 100 pounds. I feel better. So he came up with the name a while ago, the Black Print.
Because you know, like the blueprint on life and the blueprint on health and wellness just didn't seem right because I'm not blue.
So the Black Print, and figuring out how to offer it in an online space, and we're still figuring it out, but we have figured out enough that Ethan needs some guinea pigs.
Yeah, and so I would like a few guinea pigs. I'd like 10 of you, but like as many as I can get. Because this idea actually came to us while we were talking to a bunch of you already on our TikTok Live. I miss running groups and miss being involved in more people's lives that way. But like using my expertise is a lot easier when we worked and moved together. So figuring out the logistics of doing a real-time online training where you get to lift with me, I set out a program and we're going to do some work, but then you get also wowed, a program to follow on your own. Something that everybody else needs and wants and deserves. And the logistics of it still haven't quite landed yet, but I am there ready to help like 10, 20, 30, 100. If it's 100, if you have friends and you get 100 people in there, I know what to do with it. But I'll help every single one of you. Before I get too excited, the first 15 of you that choose to sign up and guinea pig for me are going to get a discounted rate for the first 3 months. It's going to be a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah. The general framework, to recap. We got autism going on today. You're fine. You're excited about it. I'll be.
This is why I have this, because
I also, like, without tangenting too far, this is my life, is figuring out how to recap shit to post on the internet to be digestible so that people know what they're signing up for. But the general idea is it will be an online group coaching program. You are going to get a workout program to follow on your own, home-based or gym-based. You're also going to get access to to live talk group workouts. So then you'll get to meet the people that you're working out with, and Ethan will literally be walking you through the workout. It will be recorded. So
no, I'm not sitting there. I'm going to be in it with you.
Yeah, maybe I'll make an appearance.
Stink, you going to work out with us?
Only if you ask nicely. And then you'll also get access to a nutrition plan. So you and Ethan can talk about that yourselves. Do you want calories, macros? Do you just want recipe ideas? Whatever it may be. And then there will be a support group in the app where you can ask your questions. You can complain about the workouts together. You can talk about how it hurts to pee. Ethan will post videos and recipes and things like that in there as well. And the idea with the Black Print is to give you all the tools you need to create healthy habits long term, but it's going to set you up to be cool and strong.
She's more excited than I am because I've been sitting on this for too long. So when I said I was ready to do it, excitement. I said she doesn't act excited for my projects until she gets to tell everybody about them. I'm going to launch it May 1st.
There you have it. You have a date. Yeah, I think it'll be exciting and fun. I am also launching a new group coaching offer that is going to have nothing to do with fat loss. My biggest frustration and your guys' biggest frustration is wanting to lose fat but not being in a place to do it. And 90% of women that come to me are like, I want to lose fat. And I'm like, great, you're eating 1,200 calories a day. And I won't do the whole spiel on why that's a problem. You've probably heard me talk about it before. But if you're not in a position to lose fat, it's not going to happen. If you're already eating 1,200 calories a day, 1,400 calories a day, whatever, and we need to create a deficit off of that, I'm not gonna.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not making you eat 700 calories a day.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
You'll
have.
die, by the way.
Yeah, and like I don't care. I'm not that type of coach who's going to be like, yeah, but short term fix. No. So my idea, don't have a name for it yet, but the group coaching is going to be focused on properly fueling yourself, sleeping well, eating well, moving well, building the foundational habits, reverse dieting to like a true maintenance calorie. You'll still get a custom nutrition program, but it's going to be a group coaching offer. But most importantly, learning how to fuel yourself as the adult you are and not the way society has told you should. I have a client losing fat at like 2,300 calories.
Yeah, I'm currently losing fat, averaging 3.
And everybody shits their pants. And I'm like, well, yeah, when you've been eating 1,200 calories your whole life, of course, that's not going to happen for you right now. But I guarantee you, your body needs more food. We just need to do it properly, which is also the biggest piece of that, because eating more is scary. And I hear you and I see you, and we'll figure it out together. Yeah, I'm excited to lean into some more stuff with Ethan online and get him kind of going on his version of this. I don't think, do we have any plans for the summer? Nothing big yet.
No, nothing really. Keep your eyes out. Your boy's going to be king again. And I am so fucking excited for that. Kerry West is going to be so much fun. Kerry West, Kerry West, Kerry West. If you don't know what that is, you need to fucking figure it out and come out and say hi. Because I'm going to, oh my God, it's going to be so much fun.
Kerry West is coming up. I will be there. Solo or not solo. I did it solo last year, so whatever. Yeah, it's my birthday in the summer, so that's.
But all like, yeah, you are, and like really, if we're leaving on the fact that you and I are doing cool shit and starting these new group projects and stuff, for me, it's I have shit to do, and I said that right before we jumped into this. Like, I'm learning how to exist in a body that has aesthetic purpose now, as a model, I love being a model, but as a model that is also leading in a lot of ways. There's an aesthetic to what I do, and keeping that healthy has been really tough on my whole system, because I know how to cheat the system. I've been in it long enough. I know how to make it work if I have to in an emergency, but that's not how I want to live. I want to live authentically me, loving my skin, loving my body, loving me, no matter the exact shape I'm in behind the camera. While there's things about looking better that will help me go farther, it's much more about who I am behind the camera and underneath this skin that matters and comes through. So that journey for me will be where I focus my time and my efforts as I navigate this with you guys. It's not about weight. It's not about athletics anymore. It's shifting my goals and shifting the purpose behind my movement to get back to loving my skin with the push to look and feel better in it. Why are you joining me? You can find me at Fight Me On This most social medias, if not all of them. My name is Ethan.
You can find me.
You can fight me? Yeah, we do.
You can find me at CoachJill.April, and I have one final ask. I'm going to start doing my nails. I've made the decision, but I want to do like gel nails with the lamp.
I want to do mine too.
So if you have any suggestions for products, please send them my way.
And if you have like oily nails, like most nail polishes won't sit on my nail beds unless I like file my, so if some nails, I file my whole nail down and the base coat adheres to it and then it's perfectly fine. Or unless I use the little UV lamp thing. So to also Jill's point, send us your products.
What? It wasn't done my sentence.
Weren't you? Sorry. Autism.
Hate when he does that. Anywho, don't remember what I was going to say. Send me your nail products. So anywho, we will catch you guys next time. Thanks for being here.
Love you.
Bye.